My man's Jacob Elordi is getting dragged for taking all of his dates to the same date spot, and we have all the details. I'm Jana Rosenberg.
I'm Gabi Conti, and this is your 24/7 celebrity news. Yes, that is so right. Attention, Jacob Elordi fans and Jana. If you happen to find yourself in New York City and you want to see the tall, handsome Australian actor, there is one spot you might have luck catching him. That is, if he also happens to be in Manhattan at the same time and is allegedly dating someone. While Jacob Elordi may have never been official with any of his lovers, from Kissing Booth co-star Joey King to his Euphoria co-star Zendaya, to now his friend who he's most likely dating, Kaia Gerber, there is one spot you can count on him taking all of those alleged dates to, and Twitter is currently roasting the actor for doing so.
Look, if Jacob Elordi wanted to take me to the farmer's market, I would know, because I'm a reporter, that he has taken every single girl ever to the farmer's market, but I still would not hesitate. So, in Kaia Gerber's shoes, she's probably like, this will be fun. This is a fun little, it is a fun date spot.
It's a fun date spot for sure. But I will say a farmer's market is only a fun date spot if you have a plan. If you don't have a plan, then you're just wandering aimlessly around farmer's market. There's lines, it's hot or it's cold. I don't know what the temperature is in New York right now.
Yeah.
But an aimless farmer's market stroll, not so great, but especially if you're hungry. But if you have a plan, if you know some vendors that are cool to check out, that are definitely going to be there, then a farmer's market stroll, great date idea. But also at the same time, why are we shading him for this? Because I don't know about you, but I used to take all my dates to the same bar. It's not
it's just
it's where you're comfortable. It's where you know the route. It doesn't mean that you're treating all your dates the same. It's just a place where you feel confident and comfortable, so you can truly shine.
I'm cool with it. I see nothing completely wrong with this. I get where it's okay, he's paparazzi photos with every girl. He's that's a little yikes. But at the same time, who cares? It's a farmer's market. We all go there. Although I will say it's interesting he picks this spot, because Jacob Elordi is very low key. He doesn't love the whole press aspect of Hollywood. He doesn't love the fame aspect. So it's why are you going to the most public spot on Sunday? Most people are going to the farmer's market on a Sunday. A lot of people are doing that. It's a fun Sunday activity. So Jacob Elordi's favorite date spot in New York City is the farmer's market, as Gabi and I just discussed. He's taken Joey King, Zendaya, and now Kaia Gerber there, while he was rumored to be dating all of these girls at separate times, of course, because he's a king. The only problem is there are a lot of farmer's markets all over New York, so we guess it's not that bad. It's not like Jacob is taking all of these dates to the same exact bar, restaurant, or same exact farmer's market, but it does sound like Jacob has the same date plan for girls he's possibly dating, and that involves farm fresh produce. Okay, I have a hot take.
Yes.
This is probably one of his favorite activities. It's just a part of his life. It is a part of who he is. So the person that he's dating, I'm sure he's you gotta kind of like that too, as do I kind of have to like something that you really like. So I really just don't think this is that weird.
It's not that weird, yeah. So there are different farmers markets. There's the big one in Union Square, which is a huge farmers market. I mean, there's even farm fresh produce in Grand Central.
Yeah.
I think every neighborhood in New York City has their own different farmers markets. So I'm very curious of which specific farmers market he's going to and if they are the same. We don't have confirmation on that. But I agree, I think that there's a kind of a dreamy fairy tale-like idea of being oh yeah, I want to be in a relationship with someone, and with someone, we'll wake up on a Sunday, we'll go to the farmer's market,
It's ideal.
It's ideal. And when you do go to a farmer's market, there's no single people in a farmer's market. It's all couples.
I know, it's God, I go there and I'm okay.
It's like Whole Foods too. Whole Foods and farmer's markets, do not walk in there if you are single. You will just be more reminded of how single you are. Well, Twitter actually seems to think that Jacob keeps taking his ladies to the same farmer's market. Remember when Zendaya and Jacob were spotted wearing what looked like matching outfits? That was at a farmer's market. Well, the same spot he was just seen at Kaia Gerber is the same spot he also took Joey King a while back too. So of course Twitter is roasting Jacob for taking all his dates to the same spot. Here, one user found pictures of Jacob holding hands with Joey, Zendaya, and Kaia at what looked like the same farmer's market. The user hilariously captioned these photos. Jacob Elordi be I know a place, and then he takes you where he's taken every girl he's ever dated.
The internet is so funny.
Savage.
I know a place.
Poor Jacob Elordi just trying to get some farm fresh produce, and he can't even do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a friend that saw him at the farmer's market here in LA one time, and I was of course you saw him at the farmer's market. Where else would you see him?
So I think the picture of him and Zendaya was actually in the farmer's market. It was an LA farmer's market, not New York farmer's market.
Yes. And him and Joey King used to go to the one in LA a lot. That's where she saw
So
them.
it proves the point that it's not the same farmer's market, people. He's going to different farmer's markets.
He's
all
switching it
across
up,
the
okay?
country, okay?
Okay, so Twitter is really having a blast dragging Jacob for all his dates, going to the same spot. Another person tweeted the farmer's market when it sees Jacob Elordi rolling in with Kaia Gerber with a video of the drag queen saying, "Oh Lord, again? effing again. Nothing changed, same old while someone else added a gif of New York saying, not you, with the text, the farmer's market employees when they see Jacob Elordi with a new girl, while other fans think there's nothing wrong with Jacob taking all his dates to the same spot. As one fan tweeted, Jacob Elordi, you can take me to the farmer's market that you take all your other girls to. I don't mind. I'm with you.
And that is a tweet from Jana Rosenberg. She tweeted that.
Okay, but I have this guy friend who has a date spot. It's like a restaurant in LA, and he always takes his dates there. And like, I don't think it's weird, although I will say, I'm sure the wait staff's like, this guy.
That was literally my favorite bartender at my favorite bar every time. Every other day, I would be there with a different date. This happened once where I had like a night date and then I had an afternoon date, and the bartender, like, it was the same bartender, and like the night before I was drinking white wine, and then the next day she's like, what do you want? And I said rosé, and she brought me white wine as kind of a way of being like, yeah, I knew you were here a couple hours ago, girl, okay, and this is a different guy, all right?
Look, the dating game's hard. Let Jacob Elordi live. Let him live. Let him live.
So guys, what do you think about Jacob Elordi allegedly taking all of his dates to the same spot? And do you ship him and Kaia Gerber? Or do you think they're just friends getting produce? Let us know. I'm Gabi Conti.
I'm Jana Rosenberg, and follow us here at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.